physician can have their own specific schedule template. The schedule template can be added or modified on the fly. There's two ways to access it. The first way is by going under Other, Sign On, double-clicking on the physician's name, and clicking Scheduler Template. The other way to access it is to be on the physician's schedule you'd like to edit, go to the Actions button, and choose Defaults. Then click Scheduler Template. You will be looking at your default schedule template. Now, the default schedule template does not need to have dates, as it is always existing. To delete appointment slots, and you can't just change the appointment type, you would have to delete and re-add it. So for example, on Tuesday, if I wanted to get rid of my completes, by clicking them, you'll notice that the little Z's appear on the side. I highlight all of the ones that I want to remove, and I hit delete slots. Now by hitting add time slots, I can pick the type of appointment that I want to add. Now you can add more to this list by going create new time code. You do not want your time code to be more than 5 characters, it will not show up correctly. So if I want to make an appointment and I want it starting at 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. and I want the appointment to be every 15 minutes, and that was on Tuesday, which is day 3, and then I save. It's going to ask me if I would like to create the scheduled items, and I click OK, and it will fill in my appointments. Now, you do not want 2 different type of appointments at the exact same time. For example, if you wanted to also have an injection at 9 o'clock and 9:30, you would want to put them at 9:01 and 9:31 so it doesn't conflict. So by going add time slots, and I want to add an injection, and you can see injection is no longer in my list, so I can add that by going create new time code, putting an injection, giving it a detail, and saving. I can also go under show all time codes. It'll show me all of the time codes that I currently have. You can apply a color to show up on the side of the schedule. So for example, for injections, I can make them light green, and I'll show you how that looks in the template. So we're going to go injection, and we wanted one at 9 o'clock, but we're going to go 9:01 so it doesn't conflict with the existing 9 o'clock spot. And we also wanted one at 9:30, so we're going to go 9:31 a.m. In this case, I want it to be every half an hour, and also on Tuesdays. So I'm going to save, and you'll see now that that injection has been added. I click done. I have to close the schedule and reopen it before the changes will take effect, and I can see here that I've added what was necessary, and you'll notice how I selected that color to be associated with it. It now shows green over here. When you're changing the schedule or template, it will not affect booked appointments. It will only affect empty slots. You can also create something that we call a seasonal template, which can be used, for example, if the physician was going to be working a lighter load in, let's say, March of this year, they're only going to be working the morning and not Fridays. You can create a seasonal template just for that time period. So I'm going to go to Defaults, and I'm going to go to Scheduler Template. I'm going to create a new schedule, and we'll call this one March. Now, you do have to put dates on your seasonal templates. So we'll say I want a different template from March 1st to March 31st, and my physician will be working just in the morning. So he's going to have appointments from 9 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. every 15 minutes, and he's just going to be working Monday to Thursday, so that's day 2 to day 5, and I'm going to save. And we also want to add injections at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 11 o'clock. And because I already have those times taken, we want to go 1 minute after. 9:01 a.m. to 11:01 a.m. every 60 minutes because I just want them on the hour. And I'm going to save. And we can see here that that's set up just the way I want it. And I'm going to hit done. Close my schedule. Open my schedule so I can see my effects, my changes. So we'll notice that prior to that date, my schedule has not changed. If I move up to March, I can see here that my schedule has changed, and if I go up to afterwards, my schedule is back to normal. You can edit seasonal templates as well by going back to defaults, scheduler template. You'll always be viewing your default schedule first, but I can come back in here through this drop list and see all my seasonal templates. So if I pick March, I can edit my dates if necessary, delete it if I no longer want it, or make any changes to the template.